Hey there guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grats. Today we're going to be battling out in the mission battle plan, Border Wars. So in this mission there are the 4 diamond objectives scattered on the battlefield, so directly across from each other and then equal on the middle ground for our deployment zones. So looking at our battlefield today here, we got our 4 objectives nice and spread out, lots of terrain to help break it up here in the middle, force us to kind of go around or use those units that can get over or possibly redeploy when we can. We've got our 4 objectives here. Alright, let's get into those armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here bringing out the Skaven today for our first ever 4th edition battle report. Going to be a 3-drop list today, and I'm taking the spell lore, Lore of Ruin, and our manifestation lore, the Manifestations of Doom, trying out all those Skaven spells. Today we're going to be 1950 points, so we will be getting that extra command point in that first battle round for being 50 points under. So let's get into those regiments. So today in our Warp Cog convocation, for my General's regiment, we have the Warlock Engineer, and he's taking the heroic trait, the Skill Manipulator, so he can bodyguard and pass off those wounds potentially if he's going to get sniped out, and we want to keep him around. In his regiment, we've got the Rattling Warp Blaster, our new piece of artillery, and hopefully he doesn't blow himself up too quickly today. Alongside for artillery, we've got 2 units of Warp Lightning Cannons and then a reinforced unit of Giselles, so hopefully we can maybe try and take out some of those support characters like those guys love to do with the Engineer. And our other regiment, we've got the Grey Seer leading the 2 units of Clan Rats and the reinforced Rat Ogres. And then in that last regiment, we've just got the Claw Lord on Nobbies to try out all those new heroes from the starter set. And he's going to be trying out their new relic here, the Warpstone Charm, so we just have a chance in combat on a 3+, we can reduce an enemy unit's save by 1. So just to kind of help out those guys in melee, or if he can pin them down, and then we can apply that and then finish them off with some shooting. And then as always, bring alongside the Gnaw Holes, and that's going to be 1950 points today. Let's take a look at Jesse's army.
Hey guys, Jesse here, bringing some of the Stormcast Eternals for our first battle report here. So I'm playing Sentinels of the Bleak Citadel, so I can give a unit of my Reclusians a 5-up ward, which is pretty great. I've got 2 drops, and my spell lore is Lore of the Storm, so just the Stormcast Eternal ones, so I need to take. And then for the Manifestation lore, I've taken the Kronspine. Only having 1 wizard in the list kind of feels like a no-brainer just to take 1 big, powerful Manifestation. So going over my 2 regiments, in my General's regiment, I've got Yndrasta, 2 units of Liberators, unit of reinforced Reclusians, and then a unit of reinforced Stormdrake Guard. For my 2nd regiment, I've got the Knight Arcanum, who has the artifacts and heroic trait Mirror Shield and Staunch Defender, so can't be shot outside of 9 inches, and Stormcast models within 12 of them add 3 to their control score if it's in my territory. And then I've also rounded out the list with another 2 units of Liberators. So pretty elite list here. Super excited to try out the new Stormcast today.
Alright guys, so here we are after deployment. We got lots of Liberators holding the front line here. Our new unit in the front as well. The Dragons behind, Caster in behind, and then the Yndrasta is up in the sky with the other unit of Liberators on the far side. And then we have the Skaven Horde kind of deployed tightly in the corner here. We've got our artillery, Clan Rats up front with our Claw Lord, our General back here supporting all the artillery, and Giselles with the Grey Seer, Clan Rats, and Rat Ogres on the far side around our Gnaw Hole here. Jesse had control of priority, so he was deciding who was going to be going first. So who was going to be going first, Jesse?
So I'm going to be giving it to the Stormcast.
Right.
Get a foothold on these objectives, hopefully get an easy battle tactic.
Alright, so with that, we'll get into Stormcast Turn 1 Hero Phase. Alright, so Stormcast Hero Phase. So also start of this battle round, our 2nd Gnaw Hole appearing here for us, because until we get up to 3, back up to 3, those are just going to keep popping up at the start of each battle round for us. Awesome new rule for Skaven. But firstly, what are we going to be doing for battle tactic, Jesse?
So we're going to be doing Take Their Lands on the forest over here.
Okay, so trying to take over control of this terrain feature over here.
For casting, I only have 1 spell. I'm not a really big, huge fan of the Stormcast spells. I'm actually just going to try and summon that Kronspine, get him out on the table.
Right.
So from Lord Arcanum, he's got a +1 to summoning, so he needs a 7. which he does not get.
All right, so
So
that is
does not go
gonna be
off.
successful, and that's it for casting for you.
Yep.
And anything else in the hero phase?
Nope. So if
actions?
you'd like to make a casting,
Yes, so we are everyone's awesome new rule everyone loves. We're definitely going to try and get one of our own manifestations out. So we're going to try and bring out the bell. So we need an 8 because we are -1 to cast. It goes off on a 7. It is not going to go off.
and then real quick, I did want to mention I'm gonna make the honor guard, so +1 in wound on my dragons here.
Okay, and then Honor Guard is on our Giselle. So again, they are going to get the +1 to hit and wound against anything in the General's regiment as well.
Awesome.
And then at the end of every hero phase for Skaven, we have 3 claw steps ahead, so I can pick any one unit to move. I'm just going to do that at the same time before Jesse gets into his movement phase there, and then show you where my unit ends up, just as we are also doing Jesse's movement phase there. So we will get into Stormcast, turn 1, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Liberators auto-advancing to make sure they get that battle tactic for the Stormcast. Dragons flying up and getting ready to come circling over the terrain in the center. Everybody else just kind of moving forward, locking down the back objective. The Reclusians advancing up to get the far objective. Liberators moving around to the flank to help with the battle tactic in a later turn. And then Yndrasta herself coming down out of the skies, ready to come charge into the artillery backlines. But first, she's going to throw that spear.
All right, so
where's she
3s and
throwing?
2s, just right at the artillery piece
Yes,
there.
cannon
She hits,
hits.
and she wounds. -2,
So it's got a 6 up.
4 damage.
Ooh, that's Half-Life. But with that, so that's it for shooting.
That's
because
all.
Dragons
Yep.
are out of range.
Yep.
We are going to do covering fire and that Warp Lightning Cannon as it's about to probably get charged by Yndrasta because she gets 3d6 on the charge.
3d6 on the
So
charge. Yeah.
she's more than likely to make that 9-inch charge into him. He's going to try and blast her out of the sky before he is out of here. So we'll see how many shots he gets. He's going to ignore that -1 to hit because it's just the classic on a 4+. These guys do mortal wounds instead of rolling to see their power level like the last edition. So how many shots is he going to get? That's 8 shots. If he gets the perfect number and she doesn't make a ward save,
It's possible.
it is possible.
Not likely.
But not likely. Alright, so on 4+, that is going to be 3 mortals.
Alrighty, so just 5 on board here. Takes
She
2.
stops 1 for taking 2. Well, he did something to her. She's got the 2 damage on her. But that is going to be it for the shooting phase. So time for some charges. I think it's just the Yndrasta is going to be charging.
Yep, she's got the only one there. So
Alright.
3-6.
That
That's
is
no problem.
14. So let's see where she is going to end up. Alright, so after the charge, Yndrasta opted to go and tag the clan rats and the artillery. She was looking to try and get both pieces of artillery, but just with her slightly larger base, just couldn't get over the full piece of the artillery to fully fit in between them there. But first, where is she going to be swinging these attacks?
So we're going to do 4 of the Blade of the High Heavens right into the artillery piece, and then
Okay.
the rest of her attacks just into the clan rats there.
Alright.
So I'll do the 4 into the artillery first. We're not going to use all that attack. I feel like command points are pretty valuable this edition, so I'm going to save those just in
What's
case.
the Ren?
Ren 2 on both of them.
I will... And this is 2 damage?
3 damage on the big blade.
Ooh. Alright, we will all out... No, we won't. We'll
No,
keep it. We'll keep it.
So blade into artillery there. She gets 3 hits. 3s to wound. Looking good. 3 -2.
I'd have to make 2 6s. Okay!
So 3 damage
So
there.
it's got 1 wound remaining.
All right, pretty good. So maybe all out defense might have been one of it.
Yeah.
Who knows? All right, and then so the pink one will just be the Blade of the High Heavens here. The other weapon is on 2s. Blade of High Heavens on 3s. So all hit,
Okay.
and then 2s and 3s.
So just the 1 then?
Yep, just the one at -2.
So straight through.
3 damage.
That is 3 dead clan rats there. Alright, then we'll pile these guys both in and see if they can finish off Yndrasta. Alright, so piling in the clan rats, we got 11 of them in range here.
Did you use all out defense as well?
Yes, on Yndrasta, because Jesse wants to make sure she stays alive to hold these guys up. So hitting on 4s for the clan rats, but they have 6s, crit auto wound. So we will get just a couple auto wounds. That bad stuff. Actually, pretty good for them on 4s, but it is 5s to wound now. So we will lose a bunch. Still pretty decent.
Yep.
So we got 4, 7, 9, no rend into Yndrasta.
Alright, so 2 up with the 5 up ward. It's all out.
She takes 2.
5 up. She takes 2.
So she's got 4 damage on her. She's halfway there. And then the Warp Lightning Cannon gets 1 attack. Makes sense, it's on 1 wound. It hits. It doesn't.
Alrighty.
Alright. So that is going to be it for combat here. Does she have any end of battle effects for her? So then just for end of turn there, the clan rats, we get D3 back. So we will get 1 of those slain clan rats back. Make sure we put them over here. And that's going to be it for Stormcast turn 1. We can just go to scoring. So Jesse did get his battle tactic because he did secure this piece of terrain that is in my zone. And then controls the far objective for 2 points, the other far objective for 2 points, and then his home objective for 1 point. So it will be 9 points for Stormcast after their first turn. A really good score out of the possible 10 you can get each turn. But with that, we'll get into Skaven turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so Skaven turn 1 hero phase. Our battle tactic is going to be slay the entourage, and we're going to try and take out Yndrasta, the general herself. For casting, or again, I think we're just going to try for our bell here, so we can get a little more debuff, help our rats out a little more. So you're going to do the classic Skaven roll, take the 2 highest. We didn't get the 13. So he's not hurting himself, so it's going off on an 11.
Is that your only caster?
Only caster.
Alright, we'll try. Nope.
Nope, goes off. So we'll bring out the bell. Just gonna go right around here and make sure we measure it out as best we can to get within the Holy 13 in just a sec. But when it comes out, it's not moving this turn anyways, but it's not, and it's gonna be not just about at least 9 away from these guys here. And then did you want to spend a CP to cast in?
I think I'm going to save it just because trying to get an 8 at a -1, even though I have a +1, is just not worth it.
Keeps it at an 8 at least. It's not the 9, but yeah, still difficult. So yeah, keep the CP. And then for us, again, we just have 3 claw steps ahead, so we're going to do that and include our movement phase as well. And I'll just let you know which unit is going to get that extra movement. So with that, we'll go to Skaven turn 1 movement phase. Alright guys, here we are into the movement phase for Skaven. Claw Lord just eyeing up Yndrasta, ready to shoot in and charge in when there's an opening for him. The bell popping out over here so we can give our nice 13-inch bubble of protection. Gives out -1 to wound against our Skaven units that are wholly within 13 of it. Keeping most of our guns staying put because we've got range for some targets. Clan rats running up. The rat ogres were who we 3 claw steps ahead, so they got to move up 6 inches at the end of the hero phase there, and then again also moving in the movement phase, so just getting right up near the Reclusians, the far objective, ready to charge in. But with everything, we're going to start in the shooting phase now. Jesse didn't have any reactions at the end of movement phase as well. We're going to start with the Claw Lord into Yndrasta. So he's going to start with his nice rattling pistol. See how many shots he gets. He's going to get 5 shots. And he is going to be shooting into her. But before we even do that, sorry, I guess I got to make sure for our Warp Cog Convocation, we're going to be picking on our Warp Lightning Blast and my General. I don't end up normally, with running these guys as the Honor Guard, getting the +1 to hit and wound. It's usually not worth risking just needing the 6 to get a rend, because if I get the 1, I could end up killing some Giselles. So I normally don't tend to give it to these guys unless I really need that extra rend. So I'm not going to risk it on these guys just now, but we're going to try first then on the General and see what buff he gets. So he gets the 2, so he has just the +1 to wound. And then on the Blaster, it gets 4. It as well just has the +1 to wound for its shooting attacks. So none of them getting the extra rend, but none of them getting hurt from their own devices. And then also my General, we'll see if his rifle gets to go to a flat 3 damage, and it does, and he does not hurt himself. But then for the 5 shots, back from the Claw Lord into Yndrasta on 3s. That's pretty good. And wounding on 3s. So that is 3 at rend 1.
Alright, so just 4 up here.
She's taking 2.
So 6 in total?
Don't forget to reward.
Yep.
Yes.
So she stops that, takes 3.
Yep. Oh no, it's just the 2 shots. Sorry,
oh, okay, sorry about that.
Sorry, yeah, I was doing all their blessing buffs there for them.
Right.
So just the 2, yeah.
Sorry about that.
So it stops the 1, so she just takes 1 more, so she's got 3 left. And my general is going to be the one to try and claim her. So his 2 shots. So that is an auto wound.
Okay.
And then, doesn't get the wound on the 2+ even though. So just 1 at rend 2.
Okay, so stops it.
Stops it, very nice. Stops the headshot. Alright, and I think we're gonna have to go with the Warp Lightning Cannon, just to make sure she goes down here. And do I want to buff it? No, I don't want to hurt it because we've got the potential to lose our other one. So we're just going to see how many shots we can get. 8 hopefully is enough. So on the 4+. Oh, there is only 2 in there, so it's not going to be enough to kill her even if she...
5 up.
But she stops with both, so she's still got the 3 wounds left. So then we're going to have to go... I guess we got to do the Giselles, unfortunately, because we really don't want to give up that battle tactic. Yeah. So we will with Giselles, and I won't split because again that's just asking for trouble. But they have the +1 to hit and wound on her, because she is in the regiment. So we got 4 misses. We got the 1 auto wound, and then on 2s. Oh, we're losing lots. Oh, that one was good. This guy's got... So we got 5, 6 at rend 2.
5s. Bunch going through here.
And they are 2 damage each.
So let's see if it matters.
That would just get her plus the other.
So the nice thing is it does free your other cannon out of shoot, which is super helpful.
Does have the chance. And it's only going to be going into the dragons, where we want it to go. So how many shots for the free cannon out? It is also going to get 8. Hopefully you can do better than the last one. But he is also hurt. He's going to do, I guess, slightly better. So 3 mortals just into the dragons.
3 mortals.
They can take it. Alright, and then last, I guess we still have 2. We have the Rat Ogres and the Warp Lightning Blast. So we'll start with Rat Ogres going into the Reclusians here. So they have the 2 Flamers because they are the reinforced unit. We're doing all-out defense, or they say they are rend 2 but just 1 damage.
I think we'll save it. We do want to try and save our command points there. So I'll just take it raw. They do have a 5 up board, so it could help them out here.
Alright, so how many shots for them? We're going to get 15 shots. I'm going to grab that real quick. Alright, so from the Rat Ogres into the Reclusians, we got 15 shots. Hitting on 2s to start. Ooh, lots of 1s. And then wounding on 4s for these. That was really good. That is 5, 10 wounds at rend 2.
Go to a 5 then.
Stopped.
So just 1 damage each,
and then just 1 damage each.
5 up board.
Better. So we
take out
5.
1.
Almost dropped 2 with the Flamers. And then the Blaster. I think it is going to go for the Dragons. And we might as well give them the extra shots. Why not? Gotta do the Scryer thing. So we'll give him that extra. So we'll roll, see how many shots here. So it is 66 shots plus 3. And that is 10, 15, 22, so 25 shots. We'll grab that bucket of dice and roll some Scryer Madness. Alright, and we're going to be giving him the all-out attack, so he's hitting on 3s and going to be wounding on 2s here for the cannon, but any rolls of 1 to hit are going to do 1 damage to him, and he does have crit auto wound as well for these shots. So again, a new Warp Lightning Blaster into the dragons. Can he shoot him out of the sky? Ooh, I'm looking for 1s right away. Don't want to know.
Not too many.
So he takes 3. He's not going to kill himself. There are a bunch of 6s, which we like to see. And then wounding on 2s. But dragon's got high armor. Oh, just the 1 miss. So that is 4, 8, 12, 14, 19 wounds at Rend 1. And he did 3 damage to himself.
Not bad.
Not too shabby.
Good showing, good showing. See these dragons can take some damage here. And you said they're -1?
Just -1, so looking for 4+.
Just take these out here. It's a pretty good hit. So it's 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Perfect. I will, I think, drop at least, how many wounds are they now?
9, I think.
So that is 1 dragon and a decently wounded one. But yeah, really good shooting for him. In practice rounds, he did not shoot like that. Normally, usually blowing himself right up.
Double check the wounds here.
But that's going to be it for shooting. Are you going to opt for any covering fire?
Nope, not this one.
Alright, so with that, we'll get into the charge phase, and we're going to get charging with the Rat Ogres here. So they're going 6 inches, and they will make it into the Reclusians here. And that is going to be it for my charge, so we'll see where they end up, and then see if Jesse is going to be countercharging. Alright, so Rat Ogre's making the charge, the other one just around the tree here. Jesse opting not to do countercharge. He was definitely thinking about it with the dragons, but they would need a 12 to just close the distance and make it over into the Rat Ogres. And then opting not to do it with the Liberators because they're still in a prime spot to help out with that battle tactic next turn for Jesse.
We'll use all-out defense, though.
Yes, all-out defense, and we are going to be doing all-out attack and activating the Rat Ogres. Unleashed Warp Fury ability, so they're going to take D3 mortal wounds, so they're just going to take 1 damage right off the hop, but they all get the extra attack, so that is going to be 36 attacks from the Rat Ogres going into the Reclusians, and let's see what they can do. Alright, so Rat Ogres with the all-out attack and the Fury, 36 attacks, hitting on 3 for these guys. Nothing special from their 6s.
Get some 1s here.
Thankfully, they don't hurt themselves with 1s. It's good. Got 2. Can't bring in all those 1s. And 3s again. We're looking for. Oh, no, it's good. So that is 5. Oh, that's 2. 10. 15. 16.
Okay.
At Rend 1.
Oh, it depends, just keeping my 3 up.
Yep. Oh no.
Failed some here.
Oh no.
And then you said 2 damage each?
And they are 2 damage each.
Alright.
So that is 6. 9 fails.
Alright, Reclusians, let's see that
Time for that ward.
So the ward isn't actually on my world score, but they're my only Reclusions, so they're going to be getting it every hero phase. Sorry if I didn't mention it, but... Hey, it's not too bad, so we lose.
Oh, I think it's paid.
No, it's not great.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Plus there was 1
wounded, so there's 1 left with 1 wound remaining.
The 1 hero.
The champion.
I did roll some 1s, so I'll move those guys. Ooh. Come on, champion.
Avenge.
Actually, they don't actually have a champion, so
oh, okay.
They're all champions.
Yeah. The one more modeled to be the champion.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they don't. Oh, they do have 1. Okay, so I'll keep the champion then.
Yep, absolutely.
So you at least get 4 attacks. 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118 Hitting you back here, so 3s and 3s -1, but 6s are crit mortals. We do get a crit mortal for 2 damage.
Okay.
1 hit, 1 wound.
Random 1.
Yep.
6 up. Nope. So
That's 4 damage in total.
That will kill the rat over there.
You got one.
And the 1 damage over. All right. So that is going to be it for Skaven turn 1. We are going to get our battle tactic for slaying something from the general's retinue and the general herself. We control our home objective for 1, and then we have 1 of these side objectives for 2, just taking that objective away from Jesse there for 3 points. So a total for 7 for Skaven. So it is 9 to 7 in favor of Stormcast after 1. And let's see that priority rule.
4.
1.
I will take the priority.
All right, so with that, we will get into Stormcast turn 2. So I will be the underdog because we are behind in score and going second, so we will get that extra command point. Let's get into Stormcast turn 2 hero phase. All right, start of Stormcast turn 2 hero phase. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
Well, we're set up for it, so we're going to go for take the flank because we've got 2 units on the side that we're kind of primed to grab it with,
Yep.
So we'll do that. For hero phase, we're also going to try and rally the dragons, get some health back there.
Absolutely.
So they get 2 health back.
Perfect.
And then we're also going to try and cast the manifestation, the incarnate.
Yes.
Took for 7 with the +1. Does
No,
not go off.
6 again.
He fails to join the battle. And I think that's it. So if you wanted to make a cast.
Yep, so we are going to spend the CP. So we'll try and summon the Vermintide.
Okay.
It does not go off. 6 again. And then, so we again just have 3 claw steps ahead. We'll do that before Jesse starts his movement phase, and then show you guys which Skaven unit is going to get that cheeky move as we go into Stormcast turn 2 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase for Stormcast. Liberators keeping to the flank on the far side, getting that battle tactic. Liberators in the back moving up with the wizard, ready to help support and deal with those rat ogres. Dragons flying around, eyeing up, charging into the guns in the back line and tying them up, stopping them from shooting. But they're going to have to get through those clan rats first, and then the far unit tagging the far objective and helping out with that flank battle tactic as well. So shooting, going to see some Dragon Breath attacks going into the clan rats.
So 4 shots each, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, rend 2, 1 damage.
6s do anything for them?
Nope. They're companions, so I can't use all at attack or anything like that. And then 3s to wound.
So 4.
4 at -2.
That is just 4 dead clan rats.
Awesome. And I think that is all from our shooting phase, so if you would like to do a reaction.
We will try again and get lucky with the Warp Lightning Cannon. I misspoke last time. Too much of the old rule stuck in my head. These guys would be affected by the -1 to hit with the Warp Lightning here because it is on the War Scroll now as a 4+2 hit. It isn't the just see below across all brackets for them. So it will be on 5s. But Hemmed and Hawed, what would be the best option? Could use the Rattling Blaster for extra dice rolls potentially, but then we got to get through high armor. So we just got to hope for a couple of mortals. So how many shots? 7 shots, not too bad. And so on 5 pluses this time, that is going to be just 1 mortal.
Okay.
We'll take what we can.
1 mortal. And then
Time for, I believe they're the only ones charging because these guys got to hold the flanks for the tactic, right?
okay, so let's see what these dragons got in them. Ooh, 4.
4.
We could take it just to get there. Kind of want more, but I think we just got to take it.
Yeah, it will be just enough for that first dragon, and the second, and then the third guy will get there on the pile. And
then I think we do this ability, so it is in the combat phase technically, so I have to do my other charges, but I think that's going to be my only charge.
Okay. Since we are locked here, they might have been a counter charge if they were free, but I think everybody else is good to just kind of hold for us.
Okay.
So we can go right into combat. But as Jesse said, he's going to start with...
So it's a Draconic Onslaught. So if they made a charge move and I roll 3+, they can make an additional 2d6 and then pass through combat ranges. If I fly over anything, they take d3 mortal wounds.
Perfect. So try and maybe get to the backfield.
All right.
So they can do the move, but now we got to see how far they can move here.
Oh, so 7.
Or 8 there. So we can go 8 inches and see where they might end up. All right, so the dragon's flying over the clan rats, able to tag into the Claw Lord here, and they still have the chance to pile in here. But first, going to do the damage into the clan rats there.
D3.
So take 2. So that's 2 more clan rats going down. So we gotta go from here. Nope. Go from the front. Go. All right, and then Jesse's gonna pile these guys in, and we'll see where they're gonna go. They're gonna be tying up a bunch of stuff. All right, so after piling in, the dragon's tagging the artillery, the Claw Lord, and the clan rats here. So we're gonna start a combat. Jesse's just deciding he's gonna be putting with the first dragon here. Most of his attacks can finish off the artillery, and then a couple into the Claw Lord here. I'm just gonna activate using his charm to see if we can reduce their save by 1 this combat, which we do not.
Okay, so here's the Warblade into the artillery piece there. So he's going to be hitting on 2s because you're part of the general's detachment.
Yep.
Then wounding on 3s. I am -1 to wound.
Because of the bell.
Alrighty, still pretty good. So 5 at -1.
Gotta make them all. He does not.
Alrighty. And then we've got his mount attacks into the Claw Lord. So 4s and 2s, but -1 to wound. So 2 hits, so 3s. So 1 at -2.
6 out.
Just 2 damage.
Now he's angry.
Oh no. And then we've got the other Warblades into the clan rats here. So 3s and 3s, -1.
And still -1 to wound on these guys.
Okay. So it'd be
4s?
4.
Yep.
Yep.
Matter, no 3s.
So 6 at -1.
Okay. 6s. Stop 1.
Okay. And
1
just 1 damage each. Yep.
Okay. 5
And then
hits so far.
the fangs and talons, so 4s.
Oh.
And then 3s because of -1.
2.
2 at -2 ran though, 2 damage each.
Straight through. So 9. 9 clan rats.
Not too bad for the dragons. Finally got some action.
Alright. 4 clan rats. Alright, and then we will go rat ogres to try and finish these the last of the reclusian over here. Alright, so see if the rat ogres finish off that last one. Hitting on 4s here. And wounding on 3s. Rest of them here.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
Wow. 5, 10, 15. Rend 1.
Don't think he'll survive, but he is a hero of the Stormcast. So.
Oh.
-1, you said?
Yep. He's losing a bunch. He's only got 1 wound left. He's got to make every ward.
Oh.
He has
He did
all
pretty
in.
good. He only 2
And there were
left.
2 damage.
That was only half. I
Yeah.
see.
And then we're piling in everybody over here because we just have the punches into the dragons. And we'll pile all those guys in and see what they can do. Alright, so after piling in, we're going to go with the clan rats first. See if they can do anything. Hitting on 4s. 6s would have been better. Oh, it's 2 wounds. No rend.
1 goes through.
1 damage. Every bit helps. The Warp Lightning Cannon gets 1 attack. Hits. Doesn't wound. And then the Claw Lord, since he has been injured, he gets an extra 3 attacks with his halberd. 3, 6, 8 attacks total for him.
Nice.
Hitting on 3s. 6 is nothing special. And then 4s though. So 2 at rend 1.
2 and 1.
Both through. They're both 2 damage.
Okay.
So that will finish off a dragon. And then his Gnaw Beast. 4 attacks, 4s. And then 3s. So 2 at rend 1. They're good. Stop those. Love it. And then that's going to be it for those guys. So we did end up bringing down one of the dragons, which helps us a little bit, but definitely still lost control of this objective from Jesse. So that one is worth 5, unfortunately, but he does cap at 10 for the round. So even though he would get more objective score, he would only be capped at 6 here. So that's going to be it for Stormcast turn 2. As we said, going for objective-wise, 5 for the far objective. Still holds that one there for 2, but caps at 6. And then got his battle tactic for 4, so getting 10 points this turn. Max score turn 2 for Stormcast. Then we're just also going to make sure you guys can see how many clan rats we get back. 1 again. Just get 1 every time. But that's going to be it for Stormcast as we get into Skaven turn 2 hero phase. Alright, so turn 2 for Skaven, our battle tactic, is going to be the Ordained Charge. So taking over this objective back, and we have to have 2 units charged. One of them has to at least have charged into contesting range of this objective to get the battle tactic. For casting, we're going to try the Warp Gale and put it on the dragons to give them strike last. So doing our Gracier roll. It's just going to go off with a 6, which is not enough because it needs a 7. So nothing from the Gracier this turn. We're going to do the Claw Lord effect, so he's going to do 1 mortal wound to these guys, but their objective score is now worth plus 5. So for each of those guys, plus the banner, they are worth a total of 10 right now. So we are taking the objective back for sure, but now to make sure we get our battle tactic, we've got to make a charge into these guys, into here, and at least 1 more charge. And I guess as long as nobody here dies. But with that, that's going to be it for the hero phase. Or did you want to end up trying to cast?
We're going to try and get him out just because we really need some models on the board here.
Yep.
So we need an 8. Oh, it goes off.
That. So, yeah. And try and stop that.
Yep.
And goes off.
Okay.
So place him, and then we'll do our 3 claw steps ahead and get into Skaven turn 2. Movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase. Clan Rat's moving over, teleporting my Gracier through the gnaw hole, bringing him out as far out from the gnaw hole as he can, so he can start being annoying and putting some pressure on some open objectives. Rat Ogres use the 3 claw steps and then their regular move to just get that much closer to Jesse's caster. So hopefully they can try and shoot or get charged into him so we can try and get him out of the way so we don't have to fight the Incarnate, because that thing can hit pretty hard if it does well. And then everybody else here, the artillery pulling back, took 3 mortal wounds for falling back from the dragons, but I feel like it's worth it just so hopefully next turn it can start shooting again and really help out if those things are still around. Clan Rats, as I said, moving over, Bell moving over so we can charge in and make sure we're contesting the objective to get that battle tactic. But with that, we're going to go to some shooting, and we're going to try and give out our bonuses to everybody here. So let's see what they can get with our Scryer bonus. So on my General, he gets just +1 to wound. On the Gatling Blaster, it will get +1 to wound. And we'll try it on the Giselles this time, and that's why we don't do it. They're going to take 2 mortals, and we lose a Giselle. And no benefits for them. Alright. Then, so we are going to also juice the Gatling so we can fire into the dragons here and try and loosen these guys up a bit more for everybody else. So, see how many shots we can get.
I think we'll use all of defense, I guess.
Yep. So we're going to get, we got 2 6s here at least. We got 12, 19, 23, so 26 total. 1 better than last time. We'll grab those dice quickly. Alright, so here we are. Got our 26 shots, and of course giving it the +1 to hit. So we can go 3s and 2s with the Gatling. Or Warp Gatling. 6s are autos. We got 5 6s. Take out all of our 2s. Oh my, just the 1 1.
Not too bad.
So he's still okay. Takes just the 1 more damage. Get them all. Come on. And now 2s. Again. Wow.
Great.
So we got 5, 10, 15, 20 at rend 1.
All right.
Well, I hope I don't kill them.
I did use all the defense, so it might help your chances here.
Yeah.
There we go. Just -1 rend.
Yep.
So it'll just be 4.
Okay, yep. Little 3-up armor. The Claw Lord can fire in combat, so how many shots for his pistol? 6 shots. Can't miss when he's that close. And look for 3s. That's an auto wound from him. So 4 at rend 1.
Again with all the defense.
So he gets 1 more through there. And then my general, I guess also for his, is he a flat 3 damage? He is. So he's going to put his 2 shots into them as well. Both are going to miss. He needs 3s. All right. And then since the artillery fell back, it does not get to shoot. Then we're going to go to the Rat Ogres. Going to put their 2 shots into the caster because they are close enough. They're going to only get 12 shots. And hitting on 2s. And wound on 4s. So just 4 at rend 2.
Okay, so going with 5s. Stop 2, take 2.
Taking 2. All right, and then our Giselles. We're gonna try and make it easier for the Rat Ogres, so they're gonna be shooting into the Liberators right in front of the Sorcerer on 3s because they are part of the regiment. No auto wounds and 2s. So that is 4, 7 at rend 2.
Alright, so for 5s.
And they're each 2 damage, so just each one is a dead
So it'll be
Liberator.
4 dead Liberators.
Bop, bop, bop.
Boom.
Alright. And then is going to be the Rat Ogre is going to start our charges for us. They're going 4, which is just going to be enough. They're just 3 out, so with pile in, we will get there for them. And then also going to do the Clan Rats, because they have to make sure they get there as well. So 7, they will pile into the Dragons, and we'll make sure, hopefully, we get that tactic as long as we end up still securing this one here. So we'll move those guys, and then give Jesse a chance to react. Alright, so after charges, I also did quickly off camera, Jesse was okay with it, I forgot to charge in with the bell. Get in there, try and get some extra attacks, help tie up these dragons, hopefully at least kill 1 to make sure we hold that objective. And then the Rat Ogres went in, already did their pile in because they were going to be where I'm fighting first because we want to get rid of the wizard so the Incarnate doesn't get a chance to punch back because it'll just go poof when he is removed. And then Jesse didn't have a chance to react. I thought he did have 2 CP. He only had the 1 CP, so he didn't have a chance to countercharge with any of his units. So getting right into combat, going with the Rat Ogres, we're going to give them that extra attack each, so they're going to take D3 damage. That's going to be 2. Pretty sure I had the 1 on them somewhere, so there's 3 damage on 1 of them right now. But then divvying up those attacks, 4 of them are going to go into the Sorcerer, and then 1 into the Liberator. That's as risky as I'm going to split it, because we piled away from the other Liberators because we were closest to these guys to make sure they don't get a chance to pile in, and then take the objective back from us that we were trying to secure here anyways. So grab those dice and get rolling. Alright, so Rat Ogre is going into the caster, the Lord, what is it, Lord Arcanum this time?
Lord Arcanum.
And giving these guys all-out attack because we got to make sure that they get the job done. So hitting on 3s. Ooh. It definitely helped. Got them all? No.
many
And
attacks.
3s again. Alright, so we got 5, 10, 12 at Ren 1, 2 damage.
4 up. So 1, 2,
He
3.
is.
Yeah.
No ward?
No ward.
Oh, he is gone.
He's very gonzo. Goodbye.
The
It was nice to see you at least.
The last,
incarnate.
yep, the last Rat Ogre at the Liberator. 2 misses. And 3s. 3 on him at Ren 1.
Oh, okay. He
he's
saw his leader
devastated
fall.
by his squad and leader falling. So the Rat Ogres will wipe them up. But then now the Dragons have their free reign to thin those numbers of the Rats.
So I think we're just going to go for all-out attack on there.
Yep.
We'll do one of the mounts into the unit of 5 and then the rest into the big unit there.
Okay. So let's grab those dice, see where they're going. Alright, as Jesse's grabbing those dice, just real quickly activating the charm from my Claw Lord here so he can reduce their save by 1. Oh, he got a 1 last time too. Next turn it's a 3.
It's counting up. It's counting up. Alright, so the singular mount into the unit of 5 there, so 4s and 2s, but a -1 to wounds, so 3s. Got 2 hits, 3s, 2 wounds at -2, 2 damage.
Straight through. It's 4 of them.
And then the other mount into the big unit there, same thing, so 4s and 3s. 1. And then 1 at -2, 2 damage.
Into the big unit, you said?
Yep. And then we just got the war blades. So these, sorry, I did say I was going to use all-out attack. I think I set it off camera by accident.
Yep.
So it'll be 2s and 3, or 2s and 4s.
Because of the -1.
Still some misses. 4s. Because they're not part of your regiment, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so just the 3 at, or 4 at -1.
4 -1. 6s. Stop now. 2 damage each?
Nope,
One?
just 1.
Okay. It's 4 more. Here. Alright, that's it for Dragons.
Yep.
So we'll pile everybody in and see what they can do. Alright, so piling everyone in, we're just going to do both the 2 units of Clan Rats together there. There's 14 Clan Rats altogether. They're champions. So hitting on 4s, or 6s are auto. More 6s, please. Lots of misses. Oh, there is one more 6. 3. Good. Kind of okay. Can we get a few extras? Oh, we got a couple more. Oh, we got 6 total.
6.
Dropping them right on them.
No rend or anything. So
No rend.
3s.
2 get by. But how many? You had 1 6?
Yeah,
So there was
so just
one
one
mortal.
mortal.
Bounce backs and kills a Clan Rat.
Almost got one.
Almost. Can the bell do it? It gets 11 attacks. Fours. 4s. Nothing. Oh my. And then our Claw Lord. So again, he is injured. So we use, no, we already did all of attack with the rats. So on 3s.
Good.
It's all hit. Okay. Now he has to do that again on 4s.
Not bad.
Okay, he did all but 1. He's really mad. 7 at Ren 1.
Okay, so 4s.
So that's 4 through. They're 2 damage each. So
8.
8 damage. Uh-oh.
Pretty good for a Claw Lord.
Yeah, and now his beast has to go. I think, how many attacks were? Yeah, 4 from the Gnaw Beast. Hits on 4s. 2 hits. And 2 wounds at Ren 1.
There for that. They're good.
They're good. Alright. Cool, Claw Lord.
Okay, so almost got him down. So I think it's
4 wounds left.
anything else for you?
And then that is it for combat. So then we'll just add to the small unit of clan rats, they get 3, and the other unit gets 3. So we'll get another 6 clan rats back. Whoop. For the 1, we need to add a champion. These guys over here. And their champion model. Go with the Scryer one this time. Perfect. Alright, so we did take this objective back, secured it, got our 2 charges off, so we got our battle tactic for 4. We are securing the far objective for 5, and then our home objective for 1. We do have the side objective, but as just with Jesse's, we cap at 6 primary objective score. So it will be 10 points for Skaven, turn 2, as we go to priority roll.
5.
1 again.
Still keep the priority at least.
Alright, so it's going to be Stormcast, turn 3.
Yep.
Alright, we'll get right into Stormcast, turn 3, hero phase. Alright guys, as we've hemmed and hawed, we think this is actually going to be it for the Stormcast versus Skaven. Unfortunately, the Stormcast just don't have enough gas left in the tank to take on the Skaven here because Jesse has his 3 units of Liberators not in combat, and they're going to be trying to retake and grab these side objectives here. They just don't have enough movement to kind of close the distance, and with my 3 claw steps ahead, I could always be moving one of my ranged units away from Liberators as they get close, making it that much harder to get the charge. In Jesse's shooting phase, we would use our covering fire to finish off the dragon who only has 3 wounds left. We would pop the Giselles right into him to help drop and finish him off. Jesse might get 4 points this turn because he easily walk on and take this side objective. He still has the other far objective here, but battle tactics wise, he's in a bad position.
Can maybe get one more this turn for getting the side objectives, but after that, I'm spent on objectives. So yeah.
Yeah, just in turns 4 and 5, I think Skaven we'd just be easily able to get our 10 points and pull back ahead. Jesse still has a 2-point lead. As we would be going into
still be the underdog.
So I'm still the underdog, so I even get the extra CP here, even though he would need it. He could definitely use it, but the fact that he doesn't have a hero to start casting and unbinding really has him at a deficit, especially in the hero phase here. Because again, the unit that he would want to almost do some things with in the hero phase, like rally the dragon to heal it, it's in combat, he can't rally it. These guys can't get any buff that they don't already have. So we've just decided we're going to call it here after 2 because it's been a pretty crazy game here. I think lots of crazy stuff happening, charging in, dealing with the artillery that didn't get to fire all of the time. The rat ogres getting off, just really showing the advantage of that 3 claw steps ahead. It's almost as if they had 12-inch movement all game just because they were getting the double moves essentially and getting that extra movement. But some really cool new stuff and loving this edition. I hope you guys watching are really loving this edition and we're excited by this battle report because we got a lot more coming soon. But Stormcast, definitely some cool new tricks, lots of really cool things. As Jesse said, very elite. Man, seeing so much 3+, I didn't. Yeah. In all of our practice games and against other armies we've done so far in 4th edition, I haven't seen so much 3+ armor save on the table yet. So it can be pretty scary. But we do thankfully have some mortal wound output in Skaven that definitely helps us deal with that. But yeah, hope you guys really liked the battle report today. We're going to get right into the next one here. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on all things gaming grads. And be sure to like, comment, and share to your friends. But until next time,
have a good one.